Hello? Hello, hello? Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, Dash. Nice banana. Nokia neck. I still don't remember your previous name, but I know who you are. I reached 60 finished animes. Congratulations. I've been watching Attack on Titan Season 3. I don't know why I've been doing that. Oh, Insect Law. Yes, yes. It's all coming back. Just realized Tim Yuen is a pronunciation of Tim Yuen. There's no G at the end, by the way. Although I suppose actually, if you're writing it in the like the bastardized British way, I guess there would be a G, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure actually. No spoilers for anything or get banned. Actually, chatter, when did... hold on, let's switch over. Boom. When did Attack on Titan Season 3? Attack on Titan Season 3. When did that release? It came out 4 years ago. It came out 4 years ago. I think it's okay to be in spoiler territory. Scary code. It's actually not so scary. Look at this. Also, well, I haven't really talked about anything, but I have the beginnings of a splash screen so that I can load stuff without having to do a lot of workarounds. But check this out. Look at that. Still need to do the default model stuff, but we're getting around to it. But we can close this. Presets. Load in this model. Wow. Look at that. And then we can go back to the main menu and look at that. Wow, it saves the screenshot. I realized what my error was. And that was whenever I'm switching the screen, if I can find it. Where's my file util? It's somewhere. File util. So when we're switching the stuff, we should actually do it like this. So we remove the current scene, and in the same frame, we add the new screen, the new runner, and adjust everything there. So the problem was that you try to replace it too quickly, and that's what causes issues, name conflicts, name clashes, etc., etc. Pivot, please don't pivot. Please no pivot. And also, pivot is the only one, it's the only thingamajig that I have set up where I can reject the request. So don't get any funny ideas. Hold on, I'm still setting up my other computer, by the way. So I need to keep the stream monitor on myself, just in case. All right, here we go. But I don't really have any anime recommendations. I know that Spy X Family, whatever, is pretty popular. Well, pivot to anime. I'm not allowed to broadcast it. But you could do one of those like a watch party that they do on YouTube. I know YouTube streamers, they'll sometimes do it where you will or where they won't broadcast what they're watching, but they just have everyone sync up the watch times. I know some people in real life who did that. Before you could do screen sharing in Discord, they would just sync up like a movie, and then they would hop on a Discord call and just talk, I guess, while the movie's running, which is very strange to me. I hate it when people talk during movies, but maybe that's just me being weird. But yeah, no, I can't broadcast anime, otherwise my channel will get taken down. Unless that was your That's what you're trying to tell me, is that you would want me to delete my channel? In which case, no, absolutely not. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. Although that is a pretty sick emote. I like that. Let me see. What's a good splash screen or splash thingy? Let's open up paint.net. Not nearly as easy to use as just regular paints, but it is a thing. That's for sure. All right, give me a new layer. I don't know. Just give me this, and we'll just, in honor of insect lol, let's have lol in bumblebee colors. So we can squash this, give it a save under. Oh no, you can see my personal files. No. So this is the splash setup. It's a PNG. That's pretty much it. So then here, splash setup, and we can put a broadcast the anime, but invert the colors and play it backwards and refract it through a prism. So basically just like bit crush it. I'm pretty sure I would still get content ID matched for the audio, unless you also want me to like reverse the audio. At some point it turns into like an art installation, I guess, with how messed up it is. I still don't want to take the chance, but it's a neat idea, I suppose. Where's the twerk emote? I need to get around to doing emotes, or doing more emotes. I'm pretty lazy about it. All right, there's your splash. Phenomenal. This one ignores. It's only this one, and then this is just listening for, yeah, there's your lol, whatever. Oh, it doesn't even take up the entire thing. Yeah, so expand. Yeah, there we go, it's beautiful. You can go into this thing. So I'll come up with something better to show on the splash screen, but this does, it does do some initialization, or rather I want to move some initialization to this. I had this open. Why did I close it? Yeah, so some of this init stuff. The stream I watched is in the hospital right now. I'm a bit worried. So where are they in the hospital? Did they stub their toe, or are they actually in a life-threatening situation? It's been a long time since it's been a very long time since I've been to the hospital. I think the last time I went to the hospital, it was when I was in London, actually, for intoxication. That was a bad time. Because I thought that I was dead or something. Then I heard the nurses say like, oh, it's just the dumb tourist. I'm like, motherfuckers, I'm awake. I've been awake. I wasn't actually that drunk. But I got picked up by the cops. I don't know, but they do have some issues. That's unfortunate. Is it? No, I guess that's kind of crass. Never mind. We'll just pretend I wasn't about to say anything. Alright, so there's your init. We don't need any init stuff here, but okay. So here's your splash. The idea here is that when you open the app, you always see the default Godot splash, but that's because the engine is initializing, and then I'll run like a real splash here with like credits and stuff, but you can just click past it. But this also does some of the other initialization stuff, like centering the screen, blah, blah, and then we can also do some, I guess, reading from a config file, I suppose. The benefit of doing things this way, so instead of going straight to the landing screen, so this is the splash screen, this is the landing screen, so instead of going straight to the landing screen, with the splash screen, so the landing screen used to have a few things, yeah, this. So we don't need to have this anymore. We don't need to wait for anything to initialize, if that makes any sense. So, because it used to be, things would just explode immediately, which is not what you want to happen. But now they don't. Phenomenal. By the way, did you know it's not possible to look up while sticking out your tongue? You know, I was about to do it and then I realized. But then again, I'm not actually on a webcam, so it's fine. Well, I guess I am literally in front of a webcam and it is literally tracking me, but you can't see that. You know something I've considered getting though? You know like sometimes you'll see like custom keycap stuff, like custom there's the Ahegao. Why am I searching this? Don't search this. But there's the Ahegao keyboard, and I was like, man, my little brother's birthday's coming up. What if I just got him like a keycap set like that? That would be a pretty good gag gift. Although, and then I looked it up and I was like, man, like if you want to get good keycaps of those, that's like $100. That's a ton of money. That's like almost as much as I spent on a gag body pillow for my little brother. My little brother watches a lot of anime as well. I think he's actually watched more than me. Although he doesn't rewatch. I rewatch. Alright, so we'll get around to this. File util, this is fine. What are we doing? We're doing landing screen logic, yes. So, wait. This is landing. Oh, the landing screen contains a runner. Okay, yeah. I know what I'm doing. So runner. Most of the streamers I used to watch aren't streaming anymore. Yeah, I think a lot of people. It's just tough for a lot of people to keep up streaming for a while. Mostly because they end up in a situation like me, right, where you just don't. It doesn't really go anywhere. It's fine. I suppose like your game playing habits change, and you're like, I don't really want to talk while I play games anymore. But I'm different because I'm not playing games. If you might have noticed, I'm programming, and this is how I program during work as well. So there's almost no change. And also at work, I click around a lot and then lose my place, unless I write down everything onto. I either keep a little scratch pad like this, or I have a little notebook that I write in. And then sometimes I'll lose where I am in the notebook as well. You're streaming that flew to Canada to get a programming job? Why do you need to go to Canada to get a programming job? That's crazy. It's actually, I think it would be better to stay in the US. Isn't the exchange rate of the Canadian, yeah, Canadian dollar to US, yeah. So you would actually want to get paid, well, you would want to reside in Canada, but get paid in US dollars. I guess. I guess that makes sense. So you move to Canada, but still get paid in USD. Because this means, if you flip it, it means that for every one Canadian dollar, or for every one US dollar, you get 1.22 US dollars, something like that. It's the same reason why you would, if you speak English, or at least you're employed by a US company, I've heard that any chance you get, you want to go for like an expat kind of thing. Create view. Why am I creating a view? Or I need to hide the view afterwards. Yeah. Yeah, but you want to go expat. Like if you can get like an expat programming job or whatever job, and like it used to be China was pretty good for it, but now no longer. Hong Kong also used to be pretty good for it, but no longer. But Japan or South Korea, because or Singapore, Malaysia, because those are all countries where people kind of speak English already. But if you get paid in USD, then you're making a ton of money. Canadians maple syrup and mac and cheese. Yeah, isn't craft dinner is a Canadian thing, isn't it? If you know what a craft dinner is. So here, query extensions for type. Default runner, okay. Okay, let's do this. So runner extensions is equal to, isn't query extensions for type? No, query per extensions for type just gives you back an array. That's fine. Equals am em query extensions for type. Size is greater than 0, then default. Well, hold on. Hold on. So this adds create view, and then this gives you back the view. But then how do we create the tree thing? I just gotta go by. All right, take it easy. Dash, thanks for hanging out. Popping in, bumping up my chat statistics. You know, like the chat, the amount of people chatting in your chat is something that's tracked by Twitch. So something about engagement. I'm assuming it works in the same way that YouTube does. So you want to track as much engagement as possible. Or encourage as much. Did I say that? Did I say that right? I got pinged on my phone. I got distracted. Default runner. Yeah. All computers would not be powered by 100% Canadian cheese. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? So this is the view. List add child. That's true. That's true. But then when do we add it to the? When do I add this stuff to the actual tree? Because I know that there's a tree thing. Oh no, the tree thing runs here. Okay. And we run setup, and then I can do. Is it post setup? Yeah, base tree layout. Let me see. Okay, someone did ping me. I'm looking at my phone now. Let's look at my Discord stuff. We'll just do it straight on stream. Why not? Look at that. I have a Discord, by the way. Let me see. Let me see. They're asking about the license. Those and the readme. But I'll need to do that via GitHub because I don't remember how to do links. Let me see. Landing screen, that's fine. Post setup. base tree layout has a base layout, and then these all just wait for yield stuff. So post setup. Okay. Let's do this. We don't need this really here, but then under, we need to check how many children the runner has. Give me 1 sec. There we go. It has this. Go into remote, landing screen, root control, tab container, runners. So, okay, so if there are more than 2 children, then we want to modify. We want to modify this. Okay. Actually, no, yeah, that makes sense because they're all right next to the thingamajig. Okay. Or no, we'll do bum bum bum. We don't even need the post setup step. We can just check to see if we have a minimum amount of children. So if get child count is greater than 1, because you always have the tree. Or I guess if it's less than 2, I suppose. Then we'll do this. We'll grab all this. Bum bum bum. All of this stuff. Default runner, that's fine. Otherwise, initial page default runner. I suppose that's fine. And this would be better. It would be better to do default runner path. This, do that. Guess what? Chicken butt? Did I guess correctly, Papa? Returns the base, no, get base name. File path without the extension. I just need to do this. Get base name, get file. Capitalize. That's kind of gross. Chicken butt. Ah, see, I already said. I was already there. You know, guess why? Cow pie? Got him. Initial page is equal to, I think we can do a get child 1. Get child 1 name. Capitalize, I think. I think that's probably fine. Or actually, no, we should do it like this. This is gross. But we can do it dynamically by doing it this way. Initial page is equal to default runner name, capitalize. Yeah, something like that. So we run into this, blah, blah. Okay. So we have VRM as the only visible runner, but technically default runner is always there. So if we go into here, you can see that under runners, actually, no, we never loaded. I closed Godot. Why did I close Godot? Here we have, yeah, we never add the default runner if you already have a thingamajig, but I feel like we should probably add the default runner, but then just not. Should probably always add it as a child, but then don't allow it to be picked up by, I don't know. Maybe this is something that actually should go in post setup. I'm thinking about it more. Something like that. And then here, if get child counts is greater than 2, because there's only, if you don't have any other runners, you'll just have the tree and the default. But here, if we have the default, so I'm kind of changing how this works. Let's do this. Let's do this. Comment this out, bring this back. Move initial page down to here. Name, capitalize. Okay. So if get child count is greater than 2, then we'll do get child 1. So I know that this 100% exists. So this is the default runner. We don't need to hold on to it. It doesn't really matter. This is some sort of node. Right, actually, what does this give me? This gives me some sort of scroll container, but that's fine. Well, we can make it a control, right? Runner. So we'll hide it, and then inside of the tree, I think we can run through every single one of them. So base tree layout, wait for parents. Do I ever use this pre-setup? Oh, that's true, I do use it. Set tree, toggle page. Let me write some logic here to, I guess, manipulate the tree, because it's actually kind of hard to do. Find tree item. So this is finding tree item by text. Item name. So this gives you back a result. So we have a tree. Tree get root. And we can do for or var tree item is equal to root get children, I think. So get children gives you a tree item, returns a tree item's first child item or a null object if there is none. And then we can do if tree item is null, safely error. So this is runner. Let me see. This is more of a landing screen thing, I guess. Engine. Item not found. Something like that. So tree item is null, then whatever. Then while tree item is not null, we can do tree item. Is it get text? Yeah, get text. Then we have a default column, tree column. Is equal to item name. then we can do return safely okay tree item. Yeah, something like that. Otherwise, this is an error, right? Tree item not found, so this is the same error. Yeah, like that. Finds a tree item. Finds a tree item, the tree. Item text to match against. The matching tree item. Okay, cool. It's really just for me here. Oh, and then while we're at it, we might as well find tree item, remove tree. Well, I think you can just add tree item, I suppose, and then you can. How would you reorder a tree item? I've never thought about that. So tree, how do you reorder? So some of these give you tree items. Is there a way to reorder them? So you can set the text, set button. Set metadata. Is there a set previous, set next? How do you reorder things in a tree? So I know that you can drag and drop, but that's not really what we want. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's Google it. Godot reorder tree item. Sure. Sure. That is exactly what I was looking at. Move up, down. Move to top, move to bottom. Does this have a, this is tree. Does this have, this has, oh, this does have move to top, move to bottom. Interesting. Interesting. Moves the tree item to the top in the tree hierarchy. Use object free. Does anyone have a workaround? That's interesting. That's actually really interesting. So the way that tree items work in Godot is actually how I have tree items working in the REPL that I wrote. In that, whenever you change something, it just rebuilds the entire tree, because that's fast enough. Okay, that's interesting. And also a bit disconcerting. Okay, so I think I should probably extract this into a function. So one of these. So what is this root used for? Okay. Yeah, okay, so we can do func. Build tree, something like that. And we'll do it like that. Okay. So var root is equal to tree get root. So does it get root or null if the tree is empty? Okay. So let's have this return a result as well. If root is equal to null. This is more of a, I guess, a base tree layout kind of error, I guess. Base tree layout. No root tree item, something like that. It's kind of a really verbose way of doing errors, but you know, Java habits, old habits die hard, etc., etc. All right, so there, page tree. There's really only 2 success codes, but we just need to make sure that we're able to build the tree every single time. Build a tree, so we can take this out. And then initial page is done elsewhere, so it doesn't matter. We can take this out. Res is error, then return the result. So we don't really need to hold on to the root tree item, I suppose. So that's your root, that's fine. Give this a save. And then in runner, we can use this new function called find tree item. Well, while we're here, builds the entire return. The error code. Okay. So we have build tree. We should also have clear tree. Because why not? Clear tree. Hello. Nyame dev. And yame dev. And yame dev. How are you? Hello. I'm working on VTuber stuff. Not sure if you read the title or not. It's all free and open source though. Right now what I'm working on. Alright, by the way, this is probably a little broken, but it might work. Yep, it's extremely broken. I'm rewriting some bits, but it's almost ready for a, I guess a 090 alpha, because this is technically functional. So everything displays correctly, at least in terms of the VTuber stuff. This is the stuff around the VTuber stuff. So like managing different run modes, etc. So let's see. So we have root. We'll copy this one. All roughly the same thing. And then find tree item. This logic is also very similar. Doesn't hurt to be safe when you're doing this kind of stuff. Because null pointer errors are the hardest things to debug. One of the first things I was ever taught when I was programming professionally, and it still holds true today, which is neat. Actually, if the tree item is null, then that's fine. It's already clear, basically. Hello, game dev here. Found the stream through the GitHub Rust wrapper you've got up for live 2D. Oh, that's okay. So that one, it's been a while since I've touched it, but are you able to compile it and then be able to view the really, really scuffed whatever? I think I still have it here. My live 2D test project. Are you able to get to this part? I don't know what this part is. Please work. Yeah, okay. So if we toggle, there's some things that you can toggle. Are you able to get to this part? Or have you even tried to compile it and all that? So yeah, I got it running last night. Yeah, so this is kind of what you'll see. I think what is currently up in GitHub has all the textures just kind of laid out. So the difficult part about this is that Godot doesn't expose the, what's it called? The stencil buffer. So everything that you see here, like you might have guessed that you're not supposed to be able to see the back of the head. And that's because this is all controlled by the stencil buffer. So I have information about the stencil buffer, but I can't actually use it because there's no, I can't modify the stencil buffer. Well, actually, technically the stencil buffer is not modifiable at all, but you need to apply that somehow, which I can't. So I was talking to some other people and they said a workaround is that you take that stencil buffer information and then just write a custom shader to emulate a stencil buffer. But shader development is not my strong suit. It's very difficult. Yeah, but I believe this is what you should be seeing, maybe? I'm not sure. Yeah, this is what you should be seeing. Yeah, so if you're good at shaders, you could probably figure something out. You might notice that I have some shader stuff already kind of in the works. I was referencing the what's the Python thing that they use for visual novels, whatever that one is, for their shader implementation. But it looks like since they're directly poking OpenGL, that means they have stencil buffer access. So I was running down the wrong rabbit hole. Just make your own. Yeah, that's the hard part. I want to avoid writing as much custom code as possible when it comes to like C interop. C interop is hard. But yeah, the intent of that live 2D test project was for, oop, don't do this. Hold on. Hold on. We need to tree item old tree item is equal to tree item. Phenomenal. Who would have guessed? So then old tree item free, but before that, tree item is equal to is it get next? Yeah, get next. I think, right? That gives you another tree item? Yeah. So that should work. This just clears the tree. Clears the entire tree of tree items. What am I doing? Okay, so here, what we'll do, or maybe in here, we need to check to see if it's hidden or not. So page name, child name. If child is equal to tree, continue. If child is equal to tree or child or not child visible. So if it's not visible, then don't. That's incorrect. That's incorrect. Because actually, technically, all the children, all the children things are not visible. So maybe. But yeah, I feel like I was talking about something related to Live 2D. I want to integrate Live 2D into this application, not this one. This is the placeholder splash screen. But right now it only supports VRM models and regular GLTF models as well, without any pre-processing like all the other applications require. So I just need to figure out the shader, and I think I should be on the right track, because then I'll be rendering things correctly, and then I can continue looking at the rest of the implementation. So I have a lot of notes. If you are looking into doing it yourself, I can pass you my notes. Because I think it's kind of interesting, at the very least. It's interesting. And working on the Live 2D stuff, because Live 2D stuff has to be released under Cubism's own license. That's one of the things that influenced a lot of this application's design, right? So because like my application, VTuber, is distributed. I'm not redistributing it because I am the main distributor. It's distributed under MIT license, but if I included Cubism, the Live 2D package, I would need to license everything under their license, right? So instead, I have everything working as like a plugin system. So everything is loaded at runtime, which is somewhat uncommon for Godot applications for whatever reason, even though GDScript is already interpreted. You'll find a lot of people who don't realize that you can just load things at runtime. It's not sandboxed. So let's see, build tree, and I need a way to like filter out. So maybe I can have like a list of filters here as parameters. So when we are rebuilding it, so default runner hide, everything is always hidden for sure, because of how setup works here. No, and then I should be doing build. What's build source? Oh, this is the advanced expression thing, but I don't know why it's giving me code completion for that. So build tree, res, safely wrap. This is no longer initializing a new variable. Yeah, the safely okay thing and safely wrap safely, and then, you know, is error, etc. That's some custom C++ stuff. And used to be implemented as just GDScript, and it still could be. I'm thinking about how to make it easier to redistribute this project so other people can just use the default Godot editor to develop. I have some ideas about that, but Godot doesn't have any error handling, which is very unfortunate. So I wrote my own. And something I didn't realize actually is that any application that has error handling, try catch is almost a no op, unless you actually run into errors, in which case it is an op. It's a lot of ops, but just having a try block is almost a no op. It does prevent several optimizations, at least in Java. I'm not sure about C++. Because it needs to, anything in a try block, from what I understand, it saves the entire stack frame, so it knows how to bail out of it, which you wouldn't normally have. So it just consumes more memory at runtime. let me see, build tree, and we want to build the entire tree, but we don't. This part is hard, the initial page. Or it's like excludes. So this can be an array. Param excludes. We can make it a pool string array as well. Something like that. Nodes to node names to exclude, I guess. If child name in excludes, then we'll also just continue. Oh, and then I'll also need to clear. When we clear the tree, we need to clear all the pages as well. All right, pages clear. Yeah, so we're not what is a page actually? Base tree layout. A page is a reference. Yeah, okay, so we can actually get rid of this as well. Because all custom classes, all inner classes extend from reference by default. That's right, that's right. Although, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So runner, we will do this, we build it, blah, blah. Inside of runner, keep this here, up here. But if there are more than 2 children, which is the default and the actual tree itself, what we'll do is we'll hide the default runner. I guess we'll just take the next item, or take the next runner, which is also some sort of control. Get child. We've already verified that we have more than 2 children, so we'll grab the 3rd child. And then initial page is equal to next runner name capitalize. Yeah. Safely wrap. So this wraps everything in a custom result class implemented in C++. If it's already wrapped in a result, it does nothing. Otherwise, it tries to wrap it. Because when a function in Godot hits an error at runtime, it'll just bail out of the stack frame, which is a bit weird, in my opinion. Which means that whatever variable it would have been setting is set to null. So this catches caught errors and uncaught errors, I guess, which is nice. Pull a string array, and then we'll have default runner name capitalize, something like that. And then these are the excludes. Yeah. Res is error. Something like that. Yeah. And then build tree does everything for me, I think. So we'll do bum bum bum. Didn't exactly work because we still have the default runner in the tree, which is incorrect. All right, let's run through it step by step then. Hey. So that is runner. It's not runner actually, it's in base tree layout. So clear tree, build tree, build tree. Yep, That's the tree. Child. So there are no excludes. Then we'll run through it again, actually, with one exclude. Where do we... Okay. We're in post setup. Okay, it took a little while. Probably should have set the breakpoint in post setup instead. But here we have one exclude, which is default runner. There's the tree of child name. So what is the child? The child is... I'm not sure. The default runner, it should be capitalized as well. So it's index... don't know. Hold on. What does this do? So initial page, yeah. So the initial page is correct. We have that set to VRM, which is what it's labeled as. I don't know what the page name that we've determined is default runner. Huh. Oh, it's child name. Oh, sorry. All right, kill this. Child name, capitalize. So we should be checking against this. If page name and excludes. All right, cool. Neat. And then we'll just have like a button or something that's like show defaults, I suppose. Or maybe like a setting that's like, oh, what the heck. Yeah, probably just a little button in the settings menu, and then whenever you click on that, it will trigger a refresh of all the trees, something like that. Because there are always going to be like default options for a lot of these. So that was in settings. Okay, so setup, calls setup, and then it calls it twice, which is incorrect. So setup, yep, looks about right. Oh, it's building the tree twice. Yeah, that's absolutely not what we want. Why did I do that? Yeah, just build the tree once. Yeah, okay. So go into here, that's your splash, we'll ignore that for now. Settings, that looks good, nothing in about. We can go into here. Right, this is our default model. Look at that, phenomenal. And then you can go into here. I still don't really know why these are ordered non-alphabetically. I'll need to look into that. But then you can go into here and look at that. You can load in various things. It's a bit bright. I still need to expose that as, you know, making it configurable, I guess. Go here. Cool. Looks about right. And I wonder, actually, I haven't tested this yet. Actually, what the heck? This shouldn't have loaded it back in, I guess? Or did I accidentally make a really big brain? Did I accidentally do something extremely big brained? It was so big brained I didn't realize I did it. Hold on. Oh, model to load. Oh, I need to clear it after I'm done with it. That's right. Or maybe when you pull data, it clears it immediately as well. Because there's not a whole lot of reason, because it's a temporary cache, yeah. So we want to do erase key. Yeah, I think that makes sense, and that shouldn't break anything either, because it's a temporary cache. Yeah. So we can load it in. It'll load in your VRM model. Let's see if this works. So we can set model as default. I don't remember if it does anything. So we can go here. Okay, so the default model thing is not working at this point in time, which is fine. But then here, we can move the model around. And hopefully this should be saving stuff in the config, I think. So we load it in again. Load the model, and then that should have saved in the configuration, or no? Okay, so it didn't save. So something is messing up when it's saving. Okay. Or is there something, is there something here in the logs that I'm missing? So Godot log, ignore this. What is this? Also ignore that. Ignore this, ignore this. That's probably fine. Ignore this. Lots of things I really shouldn't be showing on stream, but that's fine, I guess. Since no one will ever know. All right, I need to keep this open. Duck.json, metadata.json. Yeah. So there's your Alicia. So the transform, yeah, so the origin should be changing whenever we do this, right? So we do this. Remember 0, negative 0, 1.2, 249. We go here. That should have forced a save. It didn't appear to force a save. It's very unfortunate. So which means that this wasn't saved either. Okay, so why isn't this forcing a save anymore? So whenever you... If you do this, I know it forces a save. And so when I load it back in again, we go to presets, load you in. No? Okay, so something is broken. I broke something. I don't remember what. Is there any error? Tried to load a model at an empty path. That's fair. Interesting. So there's only the one error, which says it's trying to load a model in an empty path, which makes sense, because I'm not passing in. I guess I don't have any default model defined, actually. That's kind of weird. No, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, what do you got? Yeah, okay, so there's no default model path defined. So am I not actually handling that? And then why is this not saving? So this should be in pop-ups model. And when you click on that button, emit signal. Oh, it's emitting the signal and then it's just ignoring it. Okay, that makes sense. So whenever I need to do a find and replace and just replace that. What is it called? Any of these need to be replaced. Ooh. So anywhere that says emit signal should actually be publish. So that should be publish. What is this? That's also publish. Say goodbye. Settings. This is publish. Model, publish. Because now I wrap everything in a thingamajig. A signal payload, etc., etc. I guess this should also be published, but this is test interpolation data. I don't know what this is supposed to be doing. I think I just forgot to finish the test at some point. So there it is. Load in the preset. I'm pretty sure it was because we're publishing to the wrong key, and so it just never gets picked up. Right, so that should have been picked up. So we should see, not this, but this. Is this the wrong file? Which file is this? This is an export. Yeah, so this should be the right file. We go back to here, load in the preset, because we're, for whatever reason, not catching. Yeah, okay, so something is wrong with my config manager thingy. So this is a model. Well, we can set a thing here. Go to model. Yeah, metadata set data. Yeah. And then the data, the key is default model path. So we go into here. Oh, yeah, then we set it, yeah. Set the save config, yeah. And it runs on a debounce timer. So something's not saving? It's not saving anymore? Something doesn't seem right. Somewhat interesting. Somewhat interesting. So this... That's fine. It's okay if this doesn't get saved, but what the heck is going on with here? Yeah. So default model path is not being saved, but if I go into AM, we look at the CM. AM is app manager, CM is config manager, which is more convenient for me. So default model path, yeah, that's very strange. So it does get caught, but then it never gets applied. Huh. That's very strange. All right, send me here. We'll just jump through it one more time. So value. Oh, the value is nothing. That's why. You know what? That makes a lot of sense. Model. Oh, and it's because it's passing current model path, but there's no such thing as that. This needs to do AMCM model config model path. Yeah, that makes sense. Or we can even do like an AMCM get data model path. So that might be a bit more correct. But there's still the error of why we're not able to save the position anymore. I know something's changed with that. All right, so set model as default, that's fine. Just continue. Just do your thing. So this should load in again. Yeah, but then it's not saving the position anymore, which is very strange. So if we do... So we'll step into here. We'll look at the data. Yeah, that is some data. Model parent transform. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And then we step into here. This is model parent. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. So true. Very true. Yeah. What's going on? Oh, what the heck? What the heck? Invalid get index model initial transform on base node vrmgd. Have I not been doing that? Or did I take that out for whatever reason? Hold on. So that's in model. Does that not exist anymore in default runner? Did I take that out for some reason? I did take that out. Why did I take that out? Or did I store those in my default cache manager and I just, or was that the intent for me to store them in the default cache and then I just never did that again? So this might be in runner trait. Nope, not in runner trait. Okay. Oh, interesting. Well, let's fix that then. Model. So these don't exist anymore, but we can store them in the cache. I guess. Hold on. Temp cache manager. All right, so let's do it like this. So we stop doing this. We just need to erase it more deliberately. I guess that's the correct term for it. All right, and then this is a no op if it doesn't exist, so that's fine. Something like that. So am tcm erase model to load. But then these are your initial transforms. That's right. Model config. Did we never go to model config? This needs to pull from the temporary cache manager. So push widget model initial transform, something like that. Is this not how you do it? Model transform or model dot transform. Sorry. Something like that, and then we'll just pull these values here. Probably be better to put these as constants instead of just random strings, but for now it'll be okay. It's weird though how it's not saving properly. Let's see, in the input step, bone transforms. Yeah, that's bone transforms. That's fine. Model transform. Model parent transform. Oh, wait a minute. That's wrong. This should be model transform. That should be model transform. Some of these are just wrong for whatever reason. That's weird. So if should move model, if should rotate, zoom. So the only reason you have a different one, right? So you have model parent and model. So the model parent handles everything except for rotation, and then the model itself rotates. Yeah, so it's kind of like a swivel mount or a camera arm, something like that. That might be fine. All right, so this loads it in properly, but I don't know if this is working correctly. So really, oh, and then we need to unwrap it, sorry. Scene model transform. So we'll do just do this. We'll do the same thing here. Sorry, defined, that's fine, is error. Hold on. Model transform is some sort of transform, right? Then we'll let it equal either just an empty transform if res is error, else res unwrap. Or actually, I should go res unwrap if res is okay, else just the default transform. But actually, if it's not there in the cache, that's an error. So I should actually be a bit more careful about this. Hold on. Model transform is equal to just an empty transform. If res is error, or if res, yeah. Because I need to log something. That's what's kind of throwing me for a loop. Yeah, something like that. And then we'll have model parent. Something like this. Logger error res. Transform is a word that I actually have a non-trivial time spelling. I always write transfrom for whatever reason. It's a hard one. It's a hard one. Actually, where's my cleanup step? Any erasure should probably be going in the cleanup step. Redo me. Yeah. So in my, well, clean up, tear down, whatever you want to call it. Down, and then we'll do erase this, and then I guess we'll just hold on to these as constants. Model. TCM erase model. Did I not call that? What is it called? Oh, model initial transform. All right, bring me back. Model initial transform, and then model parent initial transform, and then we'll change this. I think that's fine. Model, also fine. Default runner doesn't have, oh, default runner does have a thingamajig on it. That's fine. Temporary cache, temp cache manager. Pull, key not found. Okay, cool. So I guess that's probably okay, question mark. Audible question mark. So on teardown, we'll clear all these keys. That makes sense to me. So then we'll go into here, whatever. Then for whatever reason, this doesn't save still. I need to figure that out as well. So we go here. Of course, the metadata stuff. Yep, default, whatever. This is not saving though. So when we go out here, we should be saving, but it doesn't appear to save. And it's also not, because it doesn't appear to save, it's just using the same thing over and over again, which makes sense. Oh, and then also reset model transform. Yep, there we go. Beautiful. Let's put something, tear down. What's the upper tear down? Oh, well, no, tear down. Exit tree. Oh. So this doesn't actually save unless you give it enough time to save. Because I haven't been doing that for whatever reason. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Sure. Save config instant. Yeah, so on teardown, just save the config as fast as you can. Or actually, we should do that as one of the first things you do. Maybe that was it, is that it's just, I haven't been giving it enough time to save, I guess. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but maybe that's it. Go here. Oh, it's not saving though. What the heck? Okay, now I'm confused. So in my config manager, let's put something here. Save data. Oh, wait, no. Model config name empty. Did I change this and just forget to? Oh, there should be if not config name empty, huh? Wait, no. What? Yeah, actually, yeah, no, this is completely wrong. This should be if not. Right? So if I go back to my config manager, when did I check that? Config manager. This is one of the things I 100%. Like this was in the last push I made, I think. Which is a bit weird. Alright, ignore this actually. This is vpupper fork, but I was toying with updating this to Godot for. I think that's still a long ways off. Yeah, I think I changed this when I shouldn't have. Almost certainly. Yeah. Okay, so I broke it by accident. Okay, so this is unbroken now. Probably. Most likely. So you go here. Move the model. Main menu. Go back and it loads in properly. Yeah, okay. Now I just need to check to see how many calls to save data there are. So we'll just keep this open. I can see it. Actually, and also you can see it. Okay, yeah. And then once we close it, there's another call to save data. So we always close on call, but then also when you... Oh, and thank you, anonymous chatter viewer. You're not a chatter. Anonymous viewer for the follow. I too get social anxiety. Actually, my social anxiety is pretty ridiculous. It's gotten a lot worse. Like I had it under control back in the before times. I successfully like trained it out of my system. When I was doing the interviewing thing and you traveling to client site and talking and presenting decks and all that. But now that I haven't had to like interact with people in person for 2+ years, actually for like 3.5 years, even before COVID, I was entirely work from home. Now whenever I go outside, it's like, or even if I'm like watching a stream, I just hate it when the streamer calls my name. Like, please don't, please don't say my username. So I do the same thing, or I treat viewers as I would want to be treated, as in acknowledge I'm there, but don't actually announce who I am. I don't know if that's a weird thing or not. Maybe that's just me being a weirdo. It would not be the first time. Okay, so I think that's not so bad. Ignore that. Still need a button to show the default thingy-majig, but this is okay. Can look at this. I'm going to go use the restroom. I'll be right back, and then I'll start testing all the requisite VRM stuff, which is like eye tracking, mouth tracking. Technically, I already have eye tracking working because you can kind of see it on the duck whenever I blink, like that, or I guess close my eyes. But we'll get around to actual tracking in a bit. Anyways, BRB. Oh, hello, I'm back. Oh, enjoying the stream, but unfortunately I had to head to bed. See you around. See you around. Thanks for popping in. Nyame Dev. I'll be around. Hopefully I should be more consistent in my stream schedule as well. After that long hiatus. Alright, so let's start testing out the actual tracking now. So it's always been working, but because I've been using my own program, you might notice that it looks a lot different in that I think this looks a lot better than whatever the heck I was doing with the UI here. A lot of this UI is all custom. This UI uses the Godot editor theme that I just kind of, it's mine now. And then because it's a Godot editor theme, I think it should be possible to, or it should be not so difficult to like recolor it or whatever. Don't know. Anyways, turn on tracking. Takes a little bit. Running trackers. Start me. Please don't explode. Is interpolation not working? It's not so bad though. I think the rotation is a little busted. I think rotation's a little busted. Or maybe it's just a little too strong. Looseness. Oh yeah, it is too strong. That's true. Because on VRM models like for here, so we'll load you in. This is gonna appear broken for a little bit. Yeah, for rotation damp for you is 0.015, where this is like this. Okay, so that looks better. Look at that. Okay, cool. So now I just need to hook up the other stuff. Let's figure that out. So turn this off, bring it back, run the tracker for this one again. And then I can also then unbreak the hair. So we can turn on the fancy lip sync. Look at that. Okay. So there's nothing running right now. I actually should turn this off. And then it's not VRM model. Yeah, VRM model doesn't handle any of this stuff. Instead, this is on OpenSea Face. Yeah, okay. So OpenSea Face. One of the tracker thingamajigs. So OpenSea Face. It's not data, it's just an OpenSea Face GD. And then we have just an applier thing here. So I gotta think about this. Or maybe it's not even that. Also need to reconsider how I'm doing interpolation data, because that is ultra gross. But even in the current application, the way I'm handling interpolation data is kind of scuffed. So how am I doing this in default runner? So in default runner, in just my physics process or my physics step, for tracker in trackers, tracker apply, model, interpolation data, stored offsets, and then the runner is passed along for whatever reason. So we grab the stored offsets. I think that's, I still need to rethink this API. I'm unsure about what to do there. And then there's model, apply movements. So in VRM, it's not VRM, it should be in VRM model. Custom update. Oh, I need to have custom update if there is one. But technically custom update always exists. What is data though? Data is, oh, okay. Well, this is gonna be kind of tough. I gotta think. It would be better. It would be, I'm thinking. So how this used to work. In the super duper pre rewrite era. Oh, there's a notification. Add some credits. Who is this? Oh, it's Oro. Welcome. Who is this? What did you do? Oh, geez. Look at all these icons. Okay, cool. How neat. I think I should probably have just like a regular contributors.txt. And then like link it back in. Or have like a release script or something. That's cool. I think it used to be GitHub wasn't able to show PNGs like that. Let me see. Was this in the Discord as well? It probably was. I missed it because I wasn't here. Oh, that's pretty pog. Oh, and there's also a flat pack thingy. me see. I need to find everything pre-super rewrite or super cleanup. So I think it's this commit here. So let's browse files. How did I do this before? Entities, VRM module. And then this was just, it's a bit tough. Custom update. I remember this was something that I had to, I was gonna go back to. This is tough. So the easiest way would just to be to hard code it, but I really want to avoid doing that. Maybe I can bring back one of these things. So there's a tracking backend interface, right? Tracking backend interface. This is more of a trait actually, but you know, we won't worry too much about it. And then because we have the model here as well, we can do just like basically do a raw apply. And then the problem, one of the problems is that if you have more than one tracker running at a time, how do you filter which tracker to apply to? Could be a little tough. I'm thinking about it. I could bring back, so one, tracking backend interface, that the name is a misnomer. It's actually more of a trait at this point because it has a default implementation. Oh, actually, does tracking backend? Oh no, tracker backend interface does not have an implementation. That's right. But for this, it would be better to have some sort of tracking data interface that we can then pass to custom updates. That's right. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Model, extensions, tracking data interface. So this is some sort of reference. Every single reference that I make makes this more difficult to port to Godot for. It's not appreciably more difficult, I suppose. Because all you need to do is a find and replace. You know, find and replace a reference with ref counted. Okay. So I think I've seen this before, actually. Or it's not that I've seen it before, I had this before. Let's bring me back to this somewhere here. I think it's after super cleanup. Yeah. Or at super cleanup. So these things should still exist. Yeah, tracking data interface. So I need all of these. And not everything will be implemented, I think. Yeah, so we can do all of this. Give it the old copy and paste. So this should just be a regular print error. Or is this even what I want? It's not really much of an interface. It's more of just like a tracking data object, right? Yeah, it's more of like a tracking data object. So what this should be doing is, or it's more of like a struct, if you will. So I should be passing this as a struct, not as a interface, because I don't need to generate an object every single time, because we're just manually applying or directly applying everything every single time anyways. All right, you know what? Say goodbye to tracking data interface. We can have this be a I don't know, just like a data. Just as data, and then we'll pass it along, I suppose. So I'll keep this here, but move it onto my other screen so only I can see it, so it makes it look like I know what I'm doing. Updated time. Confidence. Vector 3, 0. Quaternion, just an empty quaternion. I suppose vector 3, 0 is the same as just empty vector 3. Left eye open amount. Euler. We'll do the same thing for right eye. Got a sneeze. Ugh. Oh. Ugh. Ugh. Open amount. I've been spelling amount without the N. What is wrong with me? Math open amount, some sort of float. I'll just initialize it with a -1. Should probably be better. Actually, I should be doing this as a 0. That's more accurate, actually. Mouth open amounts, mouth wide amount. And then there's no such thing as additional info. That makes things a lot easier. And I think you're allowed to do this. Backend interface data. I think you should be allowed to do that. And then here we can comment those out. Data. Okay. Where else do we use data? We only use data. Oh, that's it. We only use data in the these two places. How nice. So we'll do model, custom update. Actually, model custom update needs to go after model custom update. So I'll pass tracking data like that. So we'll pass along the interpolation data that we've modified as well. So it's not all passed in one step, actually. I think that's something that could potentially be a problem, but as long as I isolate it to like this apply function and here, just the physics step and the apply function, I think it's okay, because that makes it easy for me to rip out later. Maybe, not sure. I'm still thinking about it. There's a lot of things that we could do, to be honest. Tracking backend interface, so then tracking data is equal to data updated time. Hold on. OSF data. Data. Okay. So then we can call this one data instead. So there's your confidence level. I'm not sure why you would even need to pass that along though. Oh, it's not even this. This should be fit 3D error, right? And this is data, yeah. All right, now there's the question. What do we put there for Euler? I think it's just rotation, I think. Yeah, because the rotation is just the vector 3. And then the rotation is actually the OSF data raw quaternion, I guess. Maybe? What do I have here? What did I put here for the various thingamajigs? So the rotation is a vector 3, but then the raw quaternion, but we never ever pass in the raw Euler, because raw Euler's for nerds. Left high open amount is the features. When did I grab features? Oh, there. Hold on. We can pull this out so we can access it all the same way. Features left, I think. Oh no, I don't remember how I did this. How did I used to do this? So it was... Oh, this comes from the interpolation data. But I don't need to... Is that... shouldn't be interpolating it like this. That is very strange. Left gaze. Interpolate no updates with some sort of rate. Which is the gaze strength of the model. That's right, that's right. But then where do I store gaze strength? I don't remember. Was this on puppet trait? Is there a gaze strength there? There is. And gaze strength is also stored on the model. Okay, cool. Although it probably should not be, now that I'm looking at it again. So left eye rotation is a quaternion, but I don't think I ever used this. Yeah, I never used the Euler, so maybe I don't even need to include it because I don't actually. Yeah, I don't know why I have left eye Euler and left eye rotation if I only ever use the gaze, if that makes any sense. Yeah, well. Left gaze, right gaze. Actually, what the heck? Left gaze? I guess we can do that. Yeah, why not? It can't hurt, I suppose. But then I don't use this pretty much ever. There's no reason to use it because I always use the vector 3 instead. Even though the quaternion is a bit more correct, I think. But no one told me not to do that, and that's just how I've designed it. Yeah, see, I'm actually using the gaze, but then I take the Euler of it anyways. I feel like I need to ask someone who knows more about quaternions than me to figure this out. Quaternions are very confusing, especially for someone who is not great at manipulating real numbers. I think I'm good with equations. But once we start getting into, you know, here's a bunch of numbers, mash them against other numbers, I start making really basic errors because I just get super mind flooded. I suppose I'll also preface this by saying that I've taken a higher level of mathematics than most people have. But once you get into really high level mathematics, it's all equations anyways. You're manipulating equations, you don't actually manipulate the numbers. Usually your input numbers are like, you know, like 1 over some, you know, 1 over like square root of 10 or something, I don't know. So there's only 2 numbers to actually keep track of. Everything else is just an equation and you push things around. It's very nice. I'll have to open a mount. Alright, something like this. And then in VRM model, we can update this. That's probably good enough. go. Stop the tracker. Start the tracker. It takes a little bit to load in as always because it is running a thing on the back end. I see that it's pushing everything to 0, which is incorrect. What's going on here? Or actually, hold on. What the heck? Hold on, just gotta wiggle it out. Are the offsets not taking into account the eye open amount? I can't open my mouth any bigger than this. I'm like dislocating my jaw. And then for the eyes, it's just not picking it up for some reason. And also the eyes don't appear to be synced. How does that happen? I'm also not able to step through it using the debugger, which is a kind of a pain. Did we leak any memory? I don't think we did. Cool. That's good. Oh, no, this is. I think we can get rid of the Eulers for data, I think. So, because that pretty much all of that's always handled by the interpolation data anyways. Or maybe I should be packing all of this stuff into the interpolation data. That might make more sense. Instead of having like a separate data structure. So we just have interpolation data here, and then custom update takes the interpolated data, instead of us passing in raw data into the custom update function. Right, because everything is already interpolated anyways, right? That might make more sense. Turn this back on. So, why is this different now? I wasn't getting any errors, so at the very least, the thread didn't crash, which is good. I think the eye open amount is kind of borked. Or actually, can't I just use the... Doesn't interpolation data have eye open? Well, I suppose it's not really eye open, it's more of like blinking. Yeah, so can't I do this instead? So we'll grab all of these. Target value, I suppose. Yeah. That probably makes sense. And then we'll take target value. Pretty sure these are all floats. So we set it to the target, and after that we don't really use data at all. Yeah, data is almost never used. So we could probably change the actual interface, only accept an interpolation data. And then you'll just grab whatever you need from the pre-interpolated stuff. That makes sense to me. It's a bit messy though. I would prefer to have a bit more separation between objects, if that makes any sense. I can't open my eyes any. I can see that it kind of works, although the mouth value is wrong and the blink value is also misconfigured for whatever reason. I can't open my eyes any larger than this. All right, well, let's kill this. Bring this back. She's not looking too good. It's weird. It's weird. All right, so in VRM model, or I guess we'll go to puppet trait first. So there's custom update. We'll just get rid of the data part, that's fine, which means that we can get rid of this data part here. And then we just never use data, yeah. But there's something about how the data is being applied here, which is still throwing me for a loop. Where is this one? So this is, it's equal to the interpolated 1.0 value. Don't I do some actually, do I do some transforms in, I think it's under util. So, like, don't I actually bump this up? So when we have data, I actually bump it up a little bit. Where is it? Is it here? Yes. Yeah, but no, this all makes sense. Yeah, because this is just I left, I right, and that's what I'm doing as well. So I don't ever, okay. Well, what am I doing about stored offsets then? So in apply, so on apply, this needs to go away. This needs to go away. This also needs to go away. I think we're just gonna do everything via interpolation data, that's fine. I suppose we can just do this as print error as well. Print error, because it's a generic error. So the interpolation data is always done this way. What if we go over here? Base tree that, go away. Config manager, go away. Model, that's fine. I think we're good. I need to refactor this at some point because this is horrible. Last updated. Translation, rotation, eye rotation, and then the blink amounts. Features, eye left, eye right. That's right. Blink targets, and then we just need to grab, we just need to grab the target value, right? And that's what I'm doing here in VRM model. So you just grab the target value from left blink, right blink, I think. And then when we're setting it to the eye left and eye right. And we're not doing any transforms on those things. Yeah. We're not doing any transforms on those things. Yeah, because this is just reading directly from the data. For the left eye open, left eye open, right eye open. Is that what I called it here? Left eye open. Wait. Data left eye open. Where does that come from, actually? Because this should be on 7023, 7023. Yeah, these are the same commit. Why is this happening? How am I packing these? I don't remember. Because this is accessing the data, right? Via, direct access. Data left eye open. So where is this coming from? Data left eye open. And then there's left eye open, blank threshold. Custom left eye open. Oh, it's right here. Right eye open, left eye open. What? Are these wrong? Are the blink values different? And then the actually, yeah. What the heck? What is eye left and? I'm a little confused. I think I was a little confused before, but now I'm even more confused. OSF data. Left eye open. What's the difference between left eye open and features eye left? I know I put in the time to figure out what the problem was at some point. It's been a long time since I've come back to this. Oh, clicked on the wrong thingy. So we'll go into tracking. We only have one registered tracker. The eyes are kind of freaking me out. Especially since they're not synced. And also the mouth movement's not working either. Like the right eye is... How is the right eye so strong? It's like it's not being interpolated at all. Or it's not... Yeah, like one of the eyes is just not being... Yeah, the right eye is not being restricted, which is weird. Right, so when I do this, you can see that they are more or less linked, which is good. That's expected. That's what you want to happen. But why is this kind of borked? So when I was packing these things into interpolation data here, how was I doing this? So if I go into display screen. Yeah, so this is left eye open, right eye open. That makes sense. Yeah, okay, so these values are just completely wrong. I don't know what they correspond to, though. VRM model. So all of this stuff should be pretty similar. I don't remember if I'm linking eye blinks, but that doesn't matter. Left blink, right blink, yeah. And then these are the gazes. Something wrong? Did I mess up my translation of the gaze stuff? So let me see. So these are all interpolated based off of your gaze strength. Yep. we take the average eye rotation, which is your left eye rotation x and your right eye rotation x divided by 2, a float. Left eye rotation x is equal to your average eye y rotation, and then the same for your right eye rotation x. Makes sense. Make this toggleable. Yep. Average eye x rotation, which is a float, is your left eye rotation y. It's a bit counterintuitive, but that's just how it works for some reason. And then left eye rotation y is your average x. Right eye rotation y is your average eye x rotate. Yeah, average eye x rotation. Then if use raw eye rotation, why did I do this? What? Hold on, I'm confused. I feel like one of these might be, one of these is, something doesn't look right. Like it's this doesn't change anything, right? But it's just like a nicety, so we can get rid of this. It doesn't make a difference. So this is left eye rotation x is equal to left eye rotation. Huh? Why did I do this? All right, so if you look at this, if you use raw eye rotation, so we have left eye rotation x is equal to left eye rotation x, aka nothing happens. Left eye rotation y is equal to left eye rotation y, aka nothing happens. And the same goes for this. Why do who wrote this? So now we just need to have the knots. That's all you need to do. All right, look at that. Optimization. Okay, so now then we just have left eye rotation x is equal to clamp left eye rotation x, and then we have a left eye down x, left eye up x. Yep. And then the same for, okay, I just need to make sure that these xy values all correspond. That's the tough part. That's the tough part. So these are all clamped correctly. Left eye rotation y, left eye rotation y, left eye, right, left, right, left, y, y. Then right eye rotation, right eye, down, up, x, 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 and then this is right eye rotation y, 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 and then this is right, left, and then this goes right, left, okay. So that's fine, so we can get rid of this. It's the same operation, really. And then left eye gaze, so we have the left eye transform, which is a transform. I don't really need to have this. This is like a super micro optimization. It just speeds up parsing by ever so slightly, a few nano milliseconds. Left eye transform is the left eye transform rotated vector 3 right negative left eye rotation x. Then the left eye transform is the left eye transform rotated vector 3 up left eye rotation y positive. And then right eye transform is rotated around vector 3 right negative right eye rotation x. Right eye transform, then we rotate it again around vector 3 up right eye rotation y. So that's negative, yeah, that's right. Then right eye ID goes to the left eye transform because we mirror it. Because that just makes a bit more sense. These aren't used anymore, right? Yeah. So why wasn't this working then? Why did this look so weird? Stop the tracker. Start tracking again. Yeah, so why is it's really hard for me to tell, by the way, because you know, it's tracking my eyes. So like the left eye looks good. But why is the right eye so weird? So like this looks right. Right, the blinking, this is correct. I don't know why the mouth is also not being applied at all. It's pretty weird. Oh, you know what? I know why the mouth isn't being applied. That's right, because the mouth open amounts aren't being applied. Mouth tracking, yeah. So I could probably just turn this off really quickly. Turn this off really quickly. This kills everything. Mouth open amounts. And then there's a few other things I need to do. So there are some... There's some lip sync stuff that I need to finagle with, which is kind of tough. But I think we can bring these back, no issue. Where do I use mouth open here, though? Can I just do this? I guess that might be fine. I don't know. There's your splash screen. Let's click past that really quickly. Turn on tracking again. Give it a go. So we don't have interpolation data. Okay, that's fair. Oh no. So try to close it. Oh, it did not clean close. All right, so now this is one of the painful parts about this, is that if you ever run into an unrecoverable error, you do need to go and see Task Manager or whatever you are using and then manually kill the process. All right, so this does not exist. This should actually be, give it a save, and we'll go back to here. Yeah, these are invalid, completely and utterly invalid. So this should be mouth open, interpolate, like so. We'll do the same thing, mouth wide. So this is mouth wide, I think. Sorry, mouth wide is never used currently. Yeah, it's only ever used when I'm doing lip sync stuff. So technically I can get rid of it, but that's fine for now. We'll keep it around. Keep it around. It's fine. It's just we lose an extra cycle, but that's fine since we're still in development. Start me. Ah. Invalid get index morphs on base nil. That's true. That's true. Very true. So true. All right. So kill it. Current mouth shape. So does this never? Oh, that's. There is no mouth shape. That's true. There is no mouth shape. How did I do this before I implemented lip syncing then? Because right now I don't have any lip syncing. So I need to keep this basically unused. And it should be using the default mouth shape, I think. This is tough. Because I have not re-implemented lip syncing, and I actually do need to rewrite lip syncing, but I think lip syncing is one of the kind of a lower priority for me. So this is tough. So how did I do lip syncing? I guess we could just hard code it for now. Set to do hard coded until lip sync is re-implemented. So current mouth shape is always just going to be a shape, something like that, which means that we can go back to here, where re-enable is. So this is like totally correct. So it's not null, it exists. We should be fine, I think. Invalid get index morphs. Really? Alright. Alright. So turn off. Kill the face tracker, that's fine. We can figure it out. I need to like, it's like I'm simultaneously working backwards and also working from the past forward, if that makes any sense at all. I know it doesn't, but it makes me sound more erudite. So A shape, not yet implemented. But it said it's base nil unless it was not able, was it not able to find A shape? Was that it? Oh no, I think that's it. Yeah, it wasn't able to find A shape. Okay, so did one of these change? Or when do I implement, when did I implement like the A vowel? Oh no, this is really hard to figure out. Hold on. How the heck did I find the A thingamajig? This is tough. Because you shouldn't use a single line variable name, because that's 100% going to explode. I'm thinking, I'm looking at this code here on my other screen. So this is my previous, this is what you currently see working here. And I also don't remember how I did it. Because these are I expressions, yeah, that's fine. But it looks like the vowel shapes aren't really set. Oh, it's here, set key. Do I ever do a set key? When do I do set keys? Or just do like a raw set? Or is that why everything is kind of broken? So you have expression data. So you have all these morphs. Or actually, should I be working off of the expression data instead? And that's my biggest mistake here. Oh, you know what? That's almost certainly it. Yes. So expression data holds on to the references. Okay. Unfortunately, one of the tough part about this is that nothing is. Animation name to lower. I'm pretty sure it's just called A. So this should be. To do workaround until lip syncing is re-implemented. Current mouth shape. Well, expression data contains the morphs, and the morphs are I'm thinking. I'm thinking. We could do this, or no. We can certainly do this, but current mouth shape cannot be. Well, it can be morph data. Yeah, that's true. It can be morph data, but this part needs to change. Just undo this entire thing. That's fine. For X in expression data, get expression, just call it A, why not? Dot morphs, and then we'll do the entire thingamajig here. Can cats get index morphs on base array? Oh no, this is the. Yeah. That's fine. Okay, so then we can go back to here, stop the tracker, go to here, restart the program, go to here, wait for it to load in. This is all on Godot. Oh geez. it's like an emote. Also, why is the right eye just so weird? Because I can see it like in my peripheral vision. It's only the right eye that's freaking out. Well, and I'm talking right eye as if like I'm talking to a mirror, right? So this is mapped exactly to my right eye, but this is actually the model's left eye, but it's, you know, it's a mirror, right? Why is the mouth just oscillating open and closed? Think about it. Why is that actually? So this should be doing, you know, the mesh, right? The morph, which is the blend shape name, and then we set it to whatever this calculation was. It's like as soon as the tracker is able to see my mouth, it starts freaking out because it starts oscillating between the highest and the lowest possible value. But if I hide my mouth like this, it looks a bit more accurate. Not really. Still oscillating? I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, I think this is a good start. I'm gonna push it for now. This is not it. This is also not it. What the heck? Oh, jeez. Look at that. Get assets VRM. rename GD to globals. I actually changed that, right? Or did I not? Yeah, it's called globals. So that's why a lot of these things are changed. Change how runner displays all possible runners. Starts re-implementing VRM tracking. Just go ahead and push that to master. How neat, how nice. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me for today. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be live tomorrow from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern time. If you're interested in whatever the heck I've been working on, this is the project link I'm going to post in the chat. What else? If you haven't given the channel a follow already, I highly encourage you to do so. I stream Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern time, and on Wednesdays from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern time. Here's a link to, oh no, I already posted the link. Here's a link to the Discord if you want to keep up to date. My bot's broken, so I guess you don't get a link to the Discord. But yeah. I guess I will see you around. Goodbye.